Hi, I'm Major League Fishing pro Josh Bertrand, and today we're going to talk about why treble hook baits are the way to win in the fall. So fishing in the fall is, as you've heard a million times, it's all about finding the bait. And when I say bait, I mean shad. And the best way to imitate shad a lot of times is a treble hooked bait. So I'm a big treble hook guy in the fall, whether it's topwaters, crankbaits, jerk baits, lipless baits. I'm almost always going to a bait that's got treble hooks in the fall. It's a good rule, treble hooks in the fall. I've got a Berkley Jaywalker right here. It's a super good way to just cover a lot of water and get some bites, get some big bites this time of year. You can work it a bunch of different ways. When you're around the actual bait, you can work it really fast like this, or you can slow it down and give it a nice, slow, tantalizing walk like that. But it's just that type of bait that you can keep in your hand, turn the trolling motor on 7 or 8 and just cover a lot of water until you start getting bit. One thing I look for a lot this time of year is birds. We just had a heron take off as we pulled up to this spot. Herons, gulls, diving birds, stuff like that's gonna indicate that you're around shad, and that's a super big deal. It kind of speeds up the process when it comes to trying to pick where you're gonna fish. If you pull into a creek and there are 2 herons sitting on one bank on one side of the creek, that's the side of the creek you wanna fish. You don't wanna fish the side that doesn't have the birds. You wanna fish around the birds. Of course, when you're trying to imitate shad, you know, the whites and shad colors are the best. I've got a bone color right here, and it's my ultimate favorite topwater color on this Jaywalker. But, you know, really anything that has a whitish hue is gonna work really well this time of year. And size-wise, a lot of times I'm just matching the size of the shad. You know, if you're around a bunch of little shad in the fall, going to a smaller bait works well. I'm trying to get a big bite right now, so I've got the full-size Jaywalker with 3 trebles on it right here. So keeping in line with my rule for treble hooks in the fall, if you're not gonna throw a topwater, a little crankbait's a super good way to catch fish, whether it's a lipless or something like a Berkley Fritz side, a little flat-sided crankbait. But really, I mean, if you go into the Bass Pro Shops and you look at the tackle shelves and you're looking for a bait in the fall, if it's got treble hooks on it, it's gonna be something that works this time of year.